Hello you lovely people, and welcome back to Philippine Life Through the Eyes of an Expat. And you already know my name now, Stephen, with a PH. Doesn't matter really. Right. Living with a Filipina is today's topic of conversation. And my honest take on it, okay? I will not, I'm not going to, cover it with, rosy glasses or anything like that. Life with a Filipina. Well, in my opinion, it's great. I'm not joking, it's great. Yes, we have lots of ups and downs. And I find that, when they're in a bad mood, they give you the silent treatment, which isn't bad sometimes. It's not bad. At least they're not shouting at you. At least it's a bit quiet. So, my experience with my Filipina, and I must say mine is very placid. Mosquitoes, see them? Look, all around me. My Filipina is very placid, I've got to say. Seriously, she's very placid. But of course, she does get upset with things that I wouldn't normally think that she would get upset with. But to be honest with you, I think life with any woman, Filipina or British, I think pretty much how you treat them, I think, is how that they are going to treat you back in return. You treat them a bit horribly, and perhaps they're going to be likewise back to you. In my honest opinion, and this is only my opinion, many guys out there with Filipinas or whatnot, they might have a different opinion to my opinion. But my opinion is, it's not often that they say sorry, really. It's like it's not in their vocabulary. Like, even if they are wrong, it's very unlikely you will get a sorry. And there's my dog in the background, I can see him. It's very unlikely you will get a sorry. And that used to bother me to begin with. So I think, I always say sorry if I'm wrong or something like that, but my wife, no, never. I think she said it a couple of times, only because I've mentioned something to her. But generally speaking, no. But that doesn't matter, does it? It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Bad tempers, some have. My wife, I think I'm lucky, because it takes a lot, to push my wife to the limit. But when she's pushed to the limit, then she'll walk around the house and she'll just talk in Visayan. Loud, and it's at 1,000 miles an hour. Walk around the house and stomping and making noises and that. And I've given up saying, "What are you saying? I don't know what you're saying. So she just keeps continuing. And the odd word she'll speak in English, and I know what she means then, and it's not a very good thing for me, because I've obviously done something wrong. That's upset her. So yeah, many Filipinas are much more easily upset than others. Many Filipinas have got, bad tempers, or more, it doesn't take much to push some of them over the limit of argumentation. But my wife is okay. Generally speaking, I mean, I still can't push boundaries too far. I know my limit. Know your limit, guys. Know your limit, and you'll be okay, I think. That's generally speaking. Again, I think more loving. In fact, I'll definitely say more loving, more caring, more family orientated. That's for sure. More family orientated. I think just, and my wife is very frugal. She really is. She's very, very frugal. I hear some horror stories of guys where, their Filipinas or the girlfriends that they've met, they've took them for everything that they have. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, because I know it does. But you've got to be careful, I think. you know, I mean, you can't be too careful and not meet anyone, but I think you've got to be careful where you meet them and how you meet them. I think if you meet a girl in a bar and she's a bar girl, then the chances are it's going to be very high maintenance, or she's going to be very high maintenance, and maybe not the best girl to settle down with, perhaps. Depends what you're looking for, guys. It depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for a good time, for a short time, then, you know, I think that's probably... and there's mosquitoes just coming around. And I've got off lotion on. Oh, maybe it's worn off. It was a few hours ago. So, yeah, it depends what you're looking for. I think if you're looking for long-term relationships, then I certainly wouldn't entertain... and I'm not just on about Filipinas. I'm on about every... female. You know, I mean, if I met someone in a bar and they were out in the bar all the time, a good time girl, then it's not someone who you want to take back to your mother, is it? Not really. You know, it's not someone who you want to take back to your mother. So, you know, internet dating, don't know, I've never done it. I've never done internet dating. I know many guys have, and they've got many success stories, and, you know, fair play to you. I was just lucky where I met my wife in a, you know, I think I might have said this story before in a previous video, but where I was staying, and I had like just a tiny little apartment. I think it was 2,000 pesos a month, my little apartment. You know, it had a CR inside, it had a little shower, it had, everything was in there. Great for a single person, absolutely fantastic for a single person. Even for two people, great. I was only paying 2,000 a month. And anyway, I was there for quite some time, maybe 1 year in this place, I think. And I used to go to this sari shop, which is very close to me. And I, you know, was talking to, you know, my wife's auntie and uncle. And I saw Mira in there a few times working in the shop, you know. And we just got talking. And we were talking for 6 months, you know, before we actually started going out. And it took another 6 months to actually do the deed. So it was like 1 year, really. 1 year. And here we are now, 5.5 years down the line we've been together. 5.5 years now. And generally speaking, guys, I've got no issues. They are very jealous. Very jealous. I mean, jealous to the point where it drives me to distraction sometimes. It really does, you know. Because I do a bit of angling, quite a lot of angling, different kinds. I go to the boulevard sometimes, do a bit of beach fishing as well as boat fishing, pier fishing. And sometimes, you know, there's some girls walking along the boulevard and I'm fishing, you know, and I don't care who you are, being a man, if you see a girl, you know, and women are the same, you know, like if women see like an attractive looking guy, or, you know, like a handsome guy, they're going to look as well. It's human nature. And people who say they don't, then either they are lying or they're not human. So, yeah, I mean, sometimes, you know, I'm fishing and someone catches my eye and I'll have a little quick glimpse, you know, a quick glimpse and look away. And my wife normally comes with, you know, she normally comes with me everywhere. And she doesn't say anything. She'll just look at me. And she'll look where my eyes are looking. And so, of course, I'm like that then. Like that. You okay? Yeah, I'm okay. It drives me to distraction sometimes. That's fair play, you know. It's not a complaint, guys. It's not a complaint. I'm not complaining about that, really. The women back in my country, I think, much more money oriented, much more materialistic, for sure. You know, when I was married to my first wife, everything was new all the time. Oh, I never had no money. Buying this, buying that, and even when something wasn't very old, replacing it because she's trying to keep up with the next door neighbours or with her friends and things like this. Here, where I am, my wife doesn't try and keep up with anybody. Thank the Lord. She doesn't want to keep up with anybody. So the stuff we've got, you know, we've had it since we've been together. And thank goodness there's no talk of changing it. I like that. I like to keep something till it's no good. I do, really. I'm like that. You know, if it's not broken, don't replace it. That's just me. That's just me. I'm not tight. I'm like a realist, I think, you know, and if it doesn't need replacing, then why should we replace it? But my wife is the same as me. She really is, you know, so I think she's got the same ideas and the same thought processes as me, which is a good thing to have. And I'm sure you guys, you know, there'll be many of my subscribers on here and many who aren't yet, unless you're going to subscribe today, who have Filipina girls. And you know, you can't just judge Filipinos on one girl, you know. They're all different. But generally speaking, their culture is very family orientated. My wife is religious, you know. She goes to church at weekends. I don't go. You know, I take care of my son. She pops to the church. Not all the time she doesn't, but sometimes, you know, she'll pop to the church and she'll go there for half an hour or something like that and come back. In fact, yesterday I went out because there was a prayer at my house. The people around here, they go around to different houses, prayer on Sunday, and they come around. Is it all right? I say, yes, of course it is. And they come round and they just light a candle and they like reciting something out of the Bible. I'm not religious at all, you know. I'm not religious. I don't pretend to be. But you know, everyone to their own. Everyone to their own. But yeah, you'll find that many of them are God-fearing, family-orientated, which is a good thing, and loving. You know, sometimes when I'm aching and paining, or I pretend to ache and pain, and I'll make some strange noises, guy. Oh, and my wife, you all right? Oh, I don't know what's up my shoulder, babe. I don't know what I've done. And then, you know, she'll come behind, she'll just give me a little massage, and is that better? I said, no, it's just down here now. I think, oh, and she'll continue doing it. I don't think she's caught on yet, but I've got to make sure she's not up there listening. She's not. She's gone out with my son. So yeah, guys, there's good and bad in every country. There's good and bad in every country. Yeah, there's a lot of bad Filipinas. There's a lot of bad British women, for that matter, you know. And I know many guys have been stung here. I know. And guys, if you have been stung before, you aren't the first, and you surely will not be the last. You surely will not be the last. You know, there are a lot of gold diggers. It's got to be careful, you know. I think, you know, there's warning signs. You know, you'll get the warning. My wife, and I really, really mean this, and her family, this is a true story. When I got with my wife, I was expecting, because I've heard all of these stories where, you know, you're with the Filipinas family expect you to be their little cash cow as well. My wife's family, and they are poor, okay? They've never asked for 1 peso. Am I lucky? I think so. I think I'm just lucky. Sometimes, you know, when we go around there, I take 5 kilos of rice. Sorry, I take that back. Two 5 kilos, like in separate bags. So I'm on my motorcycle, so I can't carry a big sack in one. And we don't go around there often, once every 6 weeks or something like that. So that cost me like 600 pesos, and they don't ask, and they all say, no, take one back with you. I said, no, it's okay, you know, that's yours. And sometimes, you know, we'll take some bread, and it's like 100 pesos for a bit of bread, for goodness sake. But they've never asked me for anything, guys, really. I think I've been lucky. Because I know that some families of the Filipino, when they are with a foreigner, they do kind of expect. And I think in some cases, I'm not saying all cases, okay, it's never happened to me. I'm just relaying what I've heard, stories from some foreigners here, and they said that they give and they never really appreciate it, you know. They never remember what you give them, they remember what you don't give them. But it's never happened to me, so please don't quote me on that, guys, okay? Please don't quote me on that. See the mosquitoes hanging around? So yeah. Do you know, it's a lovely evening. It's a lovely, lovely evening. Lovely evening indeed. It's always a lovely evening here. Even if it's raining, it's still a lovely evening because I love being here. I love being here, guys. I really do. Like I said earlier, not in this video, previous video, I will give you a breakdown of our expenses. And I know there's many videos out there. You know, there's a lot of you know, YouTubers and content relating to this. But I'll tell you this though, without breaking it down, we manage on $1,000 a month. $1,000 a month. We do, honestly. And we've got a child, and he's on baby milk, and that is 1,600 pesos a week. He's on that. The nappies, that's another 600 a week. So say 2,000 pesos a week for my little boy, just for his milk and for his nappies. I say, mind you, you got to think. Look at that mosquito going to bite my hand. You got to think though, we got no rent, you know, we got no mortgage or anything like that. I don't think anyone would have a mortgage here, actually. To be honest, I think everyone who builds their houses have already. Oh, there's money lending, isn't there? Paggy Big or something like that. So we got no rent to pay, okay? So we probably save 5,000 a month not paying rent. So I suppose that's towards my son's nappies and milk. We've got 2 dogs, feed them, and they get fed dog food, which is 115 pesos a kilo. They go through 2 kilos every 3 days because they're very greedy. I'm not going here. Oh, here. I thought I'd lost my footing then, guys. It's down here. Oh, it looks the same. So yeah, $1,000 a month. Less, if I'm honest. Honestly, and I know some of you guys might say, oh, you're living very, very cheaply and that. It's because we're in the province. It's because we are in the province. You know, I mean, if we was in a big city, then of course we probably couldn't get by on that. I don't know. I've never lived in a big city since I've been here, so I don't know. And we buy pork, you know, we get pork chops, and we buy chicken breast and chicken wings and things like this, you know, once a week. We go and buy a kilo of each. My wife has fish. Normally if I catch it, but I haven't been fishing for 10 weeks because of the weather. But I'm getting there, boys. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting ready to get out. In fact, I went to see the boat on... what day was it? Friday. I went back over to see the boat and just to make sure I started the engine. Yeah, it started. Second pull. But it's calm now, but it's raining. It rains. It's been raining every day, and heavy torrential rain for an hour or two. And you know, because of the tides, I've got to pick the time when the tides is right for me. And there's no rain at that time, okay? Because I don't want to go out there and get soaking wet. I really don't. I really don't. But I will be going out there, guys. I promise you. You know, I've said fishing videos, and I promise I will deliver some fishing videos. But don't expect it. I might not catch. I might not catch. You know, that's why it's called angling and not catching. Fishing and not catching. But generally speaking, most times I catch. So yeah, our outgoings is very, very... It's small, honestly. You know, we haven't got no loans or anything like that. My little dog. What else do we get? Food, you know, our food is... Probably spend... I don't know. Well, we get food every 2 or 3 days. We'll go out and get fresh vegetables and things like this. But I know we would have change out of $1,000 a month. We would have change out of that. I don't think. Maybe 800. Maybe $800 a month. 800, because our electric is only maybe 1,500 pesos a month, and that's normally around the same. We haven't got aircon because our ceilings are high and our roof is high, so it's not too hot in there. We've got 3 electric fans, a ref, TV, and other computers and things like that, lights, no microwave. I think what else, kettle. So yeah, 1,500 for the electric. Our water is only minimum charge because we never use the 10 cubic. So we only pay 185 pesos a month for that. and the rest is just jollies. Obviously, it depends on your habits. If you have an expensive habit of drinking alcohol, which is relatively cheap here anyway, then you're going to spend more money. If you smoke cigarettes, you're going to spend more money. So you've got to take those things into account. But yes, we could spend much more than $1,000 a month. I mean, if we had it, then we could. But we really don't need to. We really, really don't need to, guys. We don't need to spend more than that. Just trying to think what else I can tell you about it. And my wife saves all the 5s and the 10s and the 20 pesos, you know, the change. Like I said, she's very frugal. And every few months she'll go and cash it up, and then she'll go out and buy my son something. You know, some clothes and things like that. She's good like that. She's very, very good like that. She's much better than me at saving. I can't do it, guys. I can't do it. I can't do it. Like I went out the weekend, which I don't go very often, but I have. These last few weekends I've been out twice, I think. And I did get drunk on Saturday night, guys. Yesterday my head was like banging. Like she said, it's your own fault, which it was my own fault. But I think I only spent 1,000 pesos, I think. Doesn't take me a lot, guys. I'm a cheap night out. I'm a cheap night out. Gone are the days when I could go out and £100 back in England, because you'd be buying this, you'd buy that, you'd go in a restaurant when you finish, like a Indian shop or a Chinese shop or something with your mates. I don't do that no more. Mainly because there's no Chinese shops and Indian shops open at like 1-2 o'clock in the morning here. But yeah, you know, that's it. That's it. You see the house is not finished. Got to do all this here. Got to do all that upstairs. We're going to close it upstairs, and it's all open plan upstairs, but we're going to close it. We're going to close it all up upstairs and make some bedrooms. My little doggy, oh, look, he's been in the mud. So yeah, I think between $800 and $1,000. Maximum 1,000, probably minimum 800. And I know some guys, and you can, you know, I mean, I earn that on my teaching. If I wanted to, which I'm very lazy, I could earn more than that. But you know, I'm getting older now, you know, and I like to spend time with my family. My family is more important to me than money. But money is a commodity that we need. Everybody needs that money, so we have to do them things. We have to work, unfortunately, until I get a pension, or until my plan with a fishing boat next year comes off. I'll keep you informed about that, guys. And when it's being built, I will do a video of the build. I'm not doing it because I don't know how to build a boat. But there's some good boat builders over here that I know. All guys, and they just build boats. I want to get a big boat. Anyway, there's more to come on that. So I got to keep working, like I got to keep teaching, but I quite enjoy it as well, because it keeps you here. If you don't use your language, and this might sound very odd, if you don't, because I don't really see many foreigners, I don't really talk to them really, and if you don't, you lose your vocabulary. Honestly, you start to talk in Filipino English, and I can't explain. And I'm thinking, what's the vocabulary thing? So, by me carrying on teaching, it keeps my English active. Otherwise, I'd probably forget how to speak. I'd end up talking like these. I was like, I paddle along, where you going? You know, all them sort of things. And, you know, so I've got to, it keeps this working as well. This is very important. You've got to keep this in your head working. Because once those brain cells start to die when you don't do anything, I think that's when you become old very quickly. So we have to keep ourselves young. We have to. In every which way we can, and especially when I've got a young child. Oh, God, he cracks me up sometimes, but I love him to bits. So, guys, that's it, I think. I think that's it. Let me know in the comments, you know, I mean, if you want to know anything else, just let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And, you know, leave a comment. I like the comments. I like to see. Hit the like button and the bell, and share the videos, guys. Share the videos. And that is definitely it. My dog, look, he's just relaxing, chilling out. It's a dog's life, isn't it? It's dog's life. Right, guys, thank you very much. Listen, take good care wherever you are. God bless and stay healthy. Thank you. Bye-bye.